Hey Virgos, it is Toy from Infinite Work, and I am here with I was going to say I'm here with the astrological reading for the sign of Virgo, but I already said it the other way. Anyway, Virgo, I'm no longer putting times on these readings. Spirit is leading me. Otherwise, whenever you see it, if it resonates with you, then that's what's up. Go ahead and fuck with it. Yesterday, I did readings for everybody because I'm always like feeling funny about just jumping into readings. I feel like the first couple of times I get readings when I'm just starting for the day, like they get the shitty end of the stick because I'm not like really in the groove of things, I guess. So I was like doing pre-readings yesterday and I took some notes. I got all the way up to, I think, Capricorn before I stopped. So yours was done. And the reading that I got from you yesterday, Virgo, was you pulled a card that said, you are dope and amazing. Just don't don't misuse your power. Don't use it for stupid shit or something like that. And as I got deeper into your reading, Virgo, the message that I got basically for you was this. You are amazing, Virgo. Point blank period. Nobody can take that away from you. At the same time, there may be some things that you do or have done that may not be the greatest. And there may be people that remember this. And there may be people that speak about this. It is not necessary for you to argue this down. It's not necessary for you to defend it or try to erase it or try to recreate history in any way to make it fit this person that you have become. It is okay. If you've done some fucked up things in the past, it's okay. If you've done things that people don't agree with or that other people may think it's fucked up and you think it's perfectly nothing wrong with it, it is fine. You are a powerful person. You are an amazing person. But you cannot push your rendition of reality off on other people. It's just not going to work. You have to learn how to be in the energy of cooperation and not competition, which is a card that I believe that you pulled from the abundance deck yesterday. You don't have to compete with anybody about what the truth is, about who you are. And just because somebody speaks about something that you may have done or they perceive that you have done in a way that is not becoming, something that you don't want them to feel that way about you, you don't want them to think that way about you, or you feel like that's not who I am, you know, that was a choice that I made, or maybe I didn't even make that choice. You just perceived that I made that choice, and now you're judging me off of this, and that's not who I am. And that, you know what I mean? It's like that feeling of like, that's not who I am. That's not what it is. This is it. And it's just this need to release that, Virgo. Like, if that's how somebody sees you, that's how somebody sees you. That's fine. If somebody remembers something that you did that wasn't the greatest, it doesn't mean that you're saying that you're not a great person overall. It's just that this is what they're talking about. One thing does not negate the other. And we cannot rewrite people's opinions or perspectives to fit the picture that we want to be painted of us. Okay? If that makes any sense. Virgo. Okay, Virgos. Let's see. So that was that spread. I want to see, is there anything else? Yeah, it was like this fear almost with you, that you think that if people perceive something that already happened a certain way, that when they add everything up, you won't be equal to the greatness that you are right now. You think somehow that takes away from you. It doesn't. It's okay. Two things can exist. It's fine. We all have many layers. It's okay. The person probably do still think you're great. I see 2 soulmate cards sticking out here. So this is probably concerning, you know, a very important soulmate. We'll see though. What energy is the Virgo dealing with in their lives? Let's see what storyline they give us this time. Okay. You got the Judgment card and the 3 of Swords in reverse with the 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So you might be making the decision to sweep out disappointment, to not think about disappointment. But then again, with that 5 of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, someone is hurt. Maybe this is a communication that you received. You know, maybe somebody communicated with you that this is the decision that they've made, and you feel slighted by it because maybe you feel like we were just discussing, that, you know, that's not fair. That decision that you're making is based on this and based on that, and that's not who I am, and that's not what this is. And you know, maybe it's just like maybe somebody is just proclaiming something or stating something or like making this definite about something, and it's just like it's not fair. Like, that's not true. Or if it is true, it's like, I've changed. I'm not that person anymore. But see, the thing about that, Virgo, yeah, no, you shouldn't allow anybody to hold you to something that you've done, you've recovered from, you've gotten past. No, we can't do that. But at the same time, we do have to honor the fact that even though you may have changed, that what you've done may have affected people in a certain way, and they may want to talk about it. They may want to say something about it. It's not always complaining because somebody is saying something to you, even though it could be. If somebody's complaining to you and trying to make you feel bad about some shit, and that's different, you know. But if somebody's just expressing something to you or just saying something to you, then, you know, I don't know. Let's see. How's the Virgo feeling about this energy? How is the Virgo feeling about this energy? How is the Virgo feeling about this energy? Okay, you got the imp. No. There's too many cards, man. Oh, no, man. Too many fucking cards, man. Not gonna confuse myself. Oh, one flipper. All right. Thank you. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords with the Six of Staffs and the Six of Swords. Again, I feel as though there is I want to say like a recreation here, but I feel like someone may be making a judgment based on everything leading up to, and it's kind of like it hurts you because it's almost like you've risen up above that. You've gone past that already, right? And you may feel like people are trying to still hold on to this. You might feel like people are trying to break you down with this, that people are trying to take away your happiness with this. It's very difficult because if you've moved past the energy, of course, you don't want people coming and reminding you about things that you have done before that, okay, you know, whatever. But at the same time, I'm getting the example of someone being in drugs, going into recovery. Before recovery, this is someone that used to steal from people, that used to, you know, just wasn't able to be trusted because you never knew what they might do. And, you know, they stole valuables and all this type of stuff. And they go to recovery, rehabilitation, and they come home. And you got people that are still a bit upset. You got people that don't want them coming to the house because, you know, you used to steal. You stole this from me. You stole that from me, you know. And this person who is rehabilitated wants people to understand that that was a sickness. That is a place in my life where I was, that I'm not proud of, that I'm not going to make any excuses for. And it's just something that you probably wouldn't understand unless you've ever been an addict. And while I apologize for what I've done, I can't let you beat up on me about it, and because that'll take me to a worse place and probably take me back to addiction if I let you do that. So while I understand that there's things that you may need to get off of your chest about it, I ask that you do it with some type of compassion, even though I know that I hurt you without any compassion. But it's just the state of mind that I was in at the time. It's the sickness that I was dealing with at the time. That's where I was, you know, and I'm sorry for that, you know. I'm not sure if you guys are coming to people or responding to people with that type of very diplomatic type of result, or if you're like, fuck that, I don't want to hear it, or if you're denying that things even happened and telling this person that, no, it didn't happen like that, you're wrong. But there is a level of accountability that you need to take care of, because though none of us are really victims, we're all volunteers. There are times where some of us can exercise or overpower or overkill on someone else and leave them feeling like they're in positions where their hands are tied, or where they really don't know what to do, or where they feel victimized. And to that degree, there's some responsibility that has to be held in that. There's an understanding that you're past it, that you're over it, that you've balanced things out and made better decisions going forward, that you've even gotten into a role where you may have been even giving to some of these people, like showed some type of apology in another way. It may not have been as blatant as I'm sorry, or here, let me replace what I stole, or let me do this, or let me do that. Maybe in more blatant ways that you're trying to show people that, okay, yeah, I get it. But this idea of someone pushing it into your face may not be what you want, and it may serve some type of conflict. It may make you get more defensive than anything. And that's a hard thing to really address, because it's hard to tell people when to cap, when what they are feeling may be justified but not right. And that's something that I think that Virgos will come into the learning into whenever this reading resonates with you, that what might be justifiable may not be necessarily right, though, to do. And so while on the one hand, one can understand someone who has gotten past something, moves on from it, and doesn't want their past consistently thrown in their face, there is likewise this understanding for the people or person who have been slighted and wanting to express that slight. So I guess, you're not going to let people beat up on you, but at the same time, there is a level of accountability that needs to be held, even though these are things that happened in the past and there has been growth from it. That growth should be exhibited in the accountability and in the honesty that you're willing to give in the predicament. Damn, you and Gemini just really had me zoned out today. Like, when I get messages, sometimes like it overwhelms my head, and it kind of puts me in this daze. Kind of makes me kind of tired too. The only other one that did that to me today, I think, is Gemini. It's been happening more and more lately. I don't know what that is. All right, Virgo. What chakra can the Virgos work on to help with this? Because this is tricky, Virgo. I kind of fuck with you on this one, because it's tricky. Because it's like, yeah, I get all that. But at the same time, look, I apologize. I done tried to show you in different ways. I apologize, but it's like I don't know. It's just, it's a pickle, Virgo. It's a pickle. I ain't gonna hold you. It's a pickle. All right, what chakra can the Virgo work on to help them out with this a little bit better? With how to just kind of balance this out a little bit. Okay. So we got mysticism. And we got gratitude. Both third eye chakras. So both talking about looking at something from the overall perspective. You see? So like I said, it's a pickle, because yeah, I'm over it. But then this person feels this way, and that's justified too. So it's just that third eye. Working on that third eye is going to help you to understand how to move better. So you have mysticism. A woman named Abergine. This is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it is not apparent. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see into the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. So let's see what's the story with mysticism. You are not to know. A woman named Abergine calls on the telephone to confirm that she will be with us tonight, yet no woman named Abergine has been invited. Of the 4 invited, 2 are wed and 2 are unknown to each other, a woman and a man. Surely if this mysterious woman were the guest of the man, she would have made it known. A woman approaches, the woman named Abergine, the woman who will be with us tonight. It is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. I must breathe. Key ideas: ignoring signs, unknown motivation, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, and journey. I'm going to hit that in a second. And then you had gratitude at the bottom of the deck. So gratitude. You are capable of more than mere mortal conversation. This is a time of enlightened communication, and you will raise the consciousness of others. You are stepping into self-mastery. The gift you see in others already live within you. I'm so glad you are in my life. Gratitude raises our vibration to a higher level. If you are unhappy in any relationship, Lucy reminds you that it is always in your power to change it. There's no mystery to being a good person. Good people just do good things. Who is the person I admire the most? Why? And how can I live at that level? Key ideas is friendship, deep love, nurturing, unconditional love towards self or others. Again, okay, so it may not be necessary for you to defend yourself, Virgo. It may be necessary for you to see the overall perspective of this, right? Be grateful for the experience. Be grateful for the person in your life. And show that gratitude to that person. Because, see, that's another thing. Sometimes when people feel slighted and then people refuse to take accountability for it, that person feels like you don't have any appreciation for them. You don't have any regard or respect for them. And so part of showing that is to hear a person out. Hear what they have to say. Listen more than you're speaking. And remember that if someone is coming to you because they feel like you slighted them, you are at an advantage. You're not the one that got hurt. You're not the one that feels away. They might feel like you won, whatever the fuck that means. So if that's the case, as the place of the victor, handle this with some style and some grace. You know, don't just see your part. Don't be overly talkative. Be quiet. Observe. Listen. See where this person is coming from. See where their perspective is coming from. And then in turn, when that person is done expressing themselves, feeling heard by you, right? The person that they feel like slighted them, feeling heard by you, then you're not to sit there like some pigeon getting beat up on. Then you may be in a position where you can offer them, okay, well, if you could just look at it this way, you know, this is what it was from my perspective. Because everybody has a perspective. No matter whether you were the victim or the victor, nobody can take away from the fact that you have your own perspective and your own storyline about how things went. And you can say, okay, I respect how you feel, and I apologize that happened. And you're right. I hurt you when that happened. It's just the place that it was coming from was not as malicious as you may think. See, the issue was this. And you may be able to bring something to that person that will soothe them a little bit. Create something different for you guys. Create a different relationship or on a different foundation. Have a different understanding of what has already taken place. You get what I'm saying? You got some people that don't want to hear shit. They just want to bitch. And that's when you know, to whatever degree, let people get shit off their chest if you've done them wrong. And then just go about your goddamn business. You don't let nobody sit up here and beat up on you. You know, but at the same time, like I said, it's that level of accountability. So I hope that was clear for you. Hope that was clear for you. Okay. Let's do a romantic love reading. Let's do a romantic love reading. Okay, 3 more times. Romantic love for the Virgos. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is the mutual energy between them and their person? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to life. Oh, Virgo, is that the reason why? Oh my God. Virgo, are you so hung up on how this person sees whatever has happened in the past because you want to be back together? And you feel like if this motherfucker looks at it this way, they're never going to want to be back with me, because if anybody sees it and it's like, why would you want to deal with somebody like that? And it wasn't even like that. This is what happened. Could you please just let me tell you the truth? So that, God damn it, please. Oh, Virgo, is that what it is? I don't know. Doesn't matter. You can't control it anyway. How's the Virgo feeling in this? That's super sweet, though. Okay, Virgo, how you feeling in it? Playfulness, and very soon with trust at the bottom of the deck. So you might be trying to keep it light with this person, you know, because you're trying to reel them back in, and they might be going to all this heavy shit that happened in the past, and you might just be like, motherfucker, come on, like, I'm trying to shit now. Okay, how is the pay attention to the red flags, attraction, and romantic feelings was at the bottom of the deck. All right, I'm gonna ask because I didn't ask, but those flew out. So, like, I think that's why you're doing this, though, because I feel like you know that if this person perceives it this way, like, it's going to cause them to throw questions to the wind. And I feel like you want this person to be open to you. You want this person to feel like it's safe to love you, because I feel like you miss this person. And I feel like it might be the same thing we were talking about yesterday, where, Virgo, you might actually be apologetic toward this person and wanting to reconcile something. And it's just like, if this person perceives it this way, there's no way they're going to get past it. And it's not like you're trying to be manipulative, but you kind of are a little bit, because you're trying to control a narrative that has already been set. Somebody already has their opinion. Somebody already has their perspective. Things have already been done. You know, I feel you being like, I feel like I can feel your love, and it makes me sad. It feels like you just want this person. Like, I almost want to cry. I feel goosebumps on my arm. I feel like just a real yearning. I feel such a yearning, you know. Damn, I really want to cry. I have somebody saying, like, you know, I hurt you. I would never do that again. Like, I wish I never did that. Like, I'm so sorry. And I just don't want you to think about it like that, because, oh my God, I want to fucking cry. Okay, Virgo. What the fuck are y'all doing to me today? Okay. I just feel like you just want this person to just release all of that and just let me love you. Just, I'm sorry if I did that or did this or whatever. I'm sorry, you know. I don't want you to keep talking about it. And it's not because I don't want to take accountability for it, cross-watcher. It's just because that's not me. That's not who I am now. And I'm sorry that I did that. But I want to love you as who I am now. We're going to get the fuck off of here, because I'm not going to do that. Whoever's feeling that, like, that's so, it's really a real intense feeling, and it's really real. Okay, let's get in abundance. Abundance. Advice for my Virgos. Virgo, I love y'all. Abundance advice for the Virgos, please. 3 more questions. What advice do we have for the Virgos for abundance, please? What advice do we have for the Virgos for abundance? Told you, Virgo. Okay, at the bottom of the deck you have windfall of abundance. So something you want might be coming in December. Maybe it'll happen. Because look, even though this is timeless, I'm not doing times on it anymore. But, you know, you see Santa and the deers and stuff like that. So maybe. Yeah, this is unexpected. So you see his shit just fell out all over the ground. So something might just fall out the bag. Let's see, an increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. Okay. You have here, pay yourself first. Okay. Make yourself your most financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. So, you know, don't allow, it's hard because, like I said, there's one thing to be accountable, but you can't allow others to pull you back into where you used to be by consistently throwing those characteristics on you. I don't know, Virgo. Pay yourself first. Just, y'all got me a little bit overwhelmed. Okay, attracting, not chasing. This is the one that you got, I think, the other day, too. Can't make it anything. All right. It's so emotional, man. It really is, because I just feel like, damn, I feel like it's just been such a journey with this, and I don't know. I just feel so much love and strength and protection, and I just feel so much of that. I don't know. Anyway, it says anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So if you want them to believe that it's different, if you want to, if it wasn't like that, it wasn't like that. Show them it wasn't like that. You can't push that on them. Show them by your continued efforts, how you live your everyday, how, you know, they'll start to see it. And if they don't, Virgo, then they don't want to. And it ain't nothing you could do about that. Let's get a represent card. Y'all just made me so emotional. I might have to step back from reading for today. Virgo. I think you're the 6th sign anyway, so that would like be half of the readings for today. I don't know. We'll see. Because you guys really threw me for a loop. Virgo. I love you guys though, and if you're feeling like that, anybody would be so lucky to have somebody that has that much emotion for them. None of us is perfect. We all fuck up, you know? It's okay, Virgo. Okay. What represent card do we have for the Virgos? What represent card do we have? I didn't even pull chakras for the love reading because I just wanted to get out of that energy. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck you have, put the fucking phone down. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. So this may be for some people who read a lot of tarot, or who is trying to come up with like analytical ways to do things. You know, you may just need to just go ahead and talk to the person. Don't be scared. I don't know. That's or a counselor or something like that, maybe. I don't know. All right, this one, it says, what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you are waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. So maybe this is a sign to go talk to the person that you want to talk to. Just go ahead and get the shit out on the table. I don't know. So much emotion going through me right now, Virgo. Jesus. All right, let's pull a chakra. What chakra can the Virgos work on to... I did pull a chakra. It was mysticism. And look, it showed up again. Like, observe, sit back. But then at the same time, y'all telling them to go talk to somebody. It's confusing. It's confusing. Like, the whole thing is just conflicting. It's like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't, Virgo. And it's just crazy. But it's because of the decisions that have already been made. It's not like something is taken out of your hands. It's just that at the time that the decisions was made, people may not have been in the same energy that they're in now. And so it doesn't fit. Yeah. Damn, man. If you a Virgo and it's resonating with you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, Source, let's get advice for the Virgo. Virgo. 3, to... Virgo. Virgo. What advice do we have for the Virgos? Oh, shit. True love. Communication. Ice King. Short term. Bottom of the deck. Mature man. When you talk to this person, Virgo, I feel like do more listening than speaking. Drop advice. I'm not telling you what to do. It's just advice. Drop the Ice King rule where you have to be right. Where it has to, they have to remember it that way. It's not the only way. If the love is true, if this person is meant for you, it will be, regardless. Let them have their rendition and their perspective. They went through the pain. They went through the hurt. Let them have that. Instead of trying to prove to them that how they feel is wrong, that their perception of what happened is wrong, how about you allow them to value that? You value it and you honor it. You say, wow, you know, that was never my intentions. What I actually meant to do is this. Or, you know, it's funny that back then, that was my intentions, to hurt you. I wanted to hurt you because you hurt me. And at the time, I was just like, fuck that. Like, but as I've grown and as time has gone by and I've had more experiences, I realized that I love you. And I realized that we made mistakes, both of us. We hurt each other. I love you. And I want to make this work. I'm better than I was then. And you're right, that was fucked up. And it was so fucked up that I don't even know if I would give somebody another chance after doing something like that to me. But I really am praying that you will. And I promise you, if you do, you'll never regret it. I'll make you, you know, if you're a man talking to a woman, I'll make you the envy of every woman. I'll make sure I never hurt you. And for any motherfucker that got something to say because you came back to me after I did this, man, the way I'll treat you, man, that motherfucker, they'll wish they could be with me. They'll say, shit, can I find a motherfucker to do that to me so that they can act like that afterwards? I promise you I'll make it worth your while. If it's a man, if it's a woman wanting to get back with the man, I know I hurt your pride. I know I hurt your ego by doing this or doing that. But I promise you, if you give me another chance, I'll make it so that every man in this world will know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm your queen, that I got your back, that I would never do anything to betray you, that they would have to take my life before they could use me to be a pawn to do anything against you. Open up your heart. Open up your heart to them as well, while you're so pushing for them to open up to your perspective of what happened so that they can understand that you're not horrible. No. Because what you're telling that person when you do that is you're telling them that how they feel is invalid, that what they think and what they went through. And I know that that's not what you're trying to do because you're trying to join back with this person. But you're disregarding their feelings when you tell them that it's wrong. It's not wrong. It's their perspective. This is how it turned out for them, how it played out for them. You can't control that. Okay? So go ahead and try to run that back and get that advice. Y'all have got me zoned, Virgos. Like, spirit totally has taken me in with this reading. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Comment down there and let me know what's going on with you guys. Because this was some heavy ass energy. Alright. I love you guys. See you next time.